this is Lisa sharing life stories with you. Rain, go away. Yeah, at least it's warmer out though. It's huge difference. It's weird. It almost feels like an unthawing feeling. You know, when because it was so cold. It was almost 30 below here in Michigan last week. That's weird if you think about it. Last week at this time, last Friday, it was the worst night I've ever worked in my entire life as security because it was so cold. I couldn't get warm. I had thick socks on, like 2 coats, yada, yada, yada. I could not get warm. And now it's raining like a bugger. But I don't care. I would rather take rain any day and warmer than ice and cold and snow. And those poor people in Buffalo, New York, it's just horrible. I feel bad for them. I mean, I really feel bad for them. And a lot of poor innocent people died. It's just sad. It's just sad. But I made a video after, and a couple beautiful people touched on it. Edward and Amy from Frickin' Frugal. I love that woman. I love her. But yeah, I mean, this is my thing. And I was saying it kind of quick. Like, I mean, there's got to be a better way. We're America. We are one of the top places there is, correct? Aren't we like the most brightest and advanced and most established countries and places in the world? Why can't we think of a better way where our people are not living on the streets? Why can't we think of a better way where somebody like me, I work full-time, I'll take any hours I can get, could make a livable wage? I don't want to be ever Rockefeller. I don't have to be Rockefeller. Like I said, I have had money one time in my life. I was very spoiled. My father bought me 15, 16 cars. I'm not bullshitting you guys. I could name them all off. My very first car was a Mercury Capri. No, my very first car was a Malibu Classic, 1976. Got the harebrained idea. I was going to spray paint it. Oh yeah, spray paint it, all right. I ended up crying in the driveway. Fucked, excuse my language, the car all up. My dad bought me another car. I think it was the Mercury Capri, which is the sister of a Mustang. And there, I forget how Dodge went. There would be Dodge, Chrysler, and Mercury was in there somewhere. Just like GM would go Oldsmobile is the top of their line. GMC, I don't know if GMC's over Oldsmobile. Let's just say Oldsmobile, Buick, Pontiac, Chevrolet. Chevrolet's the bottom of the line. It's, my dad worked for GM. I know what I'm talking about. Trust me. And yeah, but I had a Mercury Capri. I remember sold to somebody down the street. Had that. I've had 4 or 5 Cadillacs. I had a Cadillac Seville, badass car. It's a collector's item now. Should have never got rid of that car. I had 1 or 2 Escorts. I think just 1 Escort. I've had 5 or 6 Grand Ams. Can't recommend that car enough, and my husband's a mechanic. That is a good car. Easy to fix parts on it. It's not a very expensive car to fix parts on it. And I bought him a couple Grand Ams, 3 of them out of my own money, my inheritance money too. So I've had 5 or 6 personally myself. I remember in 1997, it was the first car I bought like on my own. Was a 1997 black on black all leather Grand Am GT coupe. It was badass, and my friend was so inspired by that car. She had to go out and she bought a red one, and she couldn't afford it because she lived on her own, and hers was all red leather inside. Hers was badass too. My car was the bomb. I remember that car. I love that car. Man, I love that car. It had a sunroof. It was a sharp car. Yeah, and I had a Mustang convertible called Screaming Yellow, black on top, 40th anniversary edition. I've had Fleetwood Cadillacs. What else? Like when my mom passed away, my dad gave me, I should have never got rid of that. He gave me his Cadillac. What a dumb move. It was badass, and it was white Cadillac, Brougham. I think it was a Fleetwood back then, or no, it was a DeVille or something. Should never got rid of that car. Had that car. I had, right before my dad passed away, I had a brand new Equinox 2012. I had a, what is that car called? And my dad, we really loved it. It was Chevrolet HHR. Oh, he loved that car. I used to drive him to the doctors with it. And, you know, blood doctors and stuff. It was really nice. I've just had so many cars. I had a brand new, it was a brand new, what was it? It was a little compact car Chevy had. And I can't remember the name of it. It was, and I got it 3 days before my father-in-law died, passed away. And it was black on black, and that car was sharp, and I got hit twice in that car. A goofball guy across the street came out of his driveway 300 miles an hour, and my husband said he seen the thing swinging in my mirror. That's how hard he hit me. He had to pay for that, and I got hit working in a nursing home on the expressway, going to make 15 loaves of toast. I worked at a nursing home, and that, to me, to this day, people make jobs bad, meaning they don't know how to work and be good team players. People are assholes, okay? People are assholes. Everywhere I've been, they're assholes. Jobs are so damn easy. People make jobs hard and unattainable. I've always had the attitude when I go in a company that I am a team player. I will give you the shirt off my back anywhere I'm at. Do you want to stay here? Would you like to be on this side? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? I've always had that attitude, and I almost think that hurts me because people are assholes. I don't know how other way to say it. Okay, so I've had that car got hit going there at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Was a brand new car. Some dumb girl coming from a party in her boss's Volvo hit me on ice and the back ended me. So yeah, and I got that car fixed. It was just like it was brand new again. I can't think of the name. It was more rounded and it was black. I cannot, if I remember the name tomorrow, I'll put it in one of my videos because it bothers me when I don't know the name. I've just had so many cars. I had a couple Bonnievilles. I had a Buick Regal that we never could figure out. Every time I think it was a fuel pump, turn left, it stalled. It stalled everywhere. It was a beautiful car, though. That was a pain in the ass. Oh, my God. What else? What else have I had? I've had so much shit. It just ain't even right. I've had another Mustang convertible, a silver one. I bought when my mother passed. Should have never got rid of that. Should have kept it. And my neighbor across the street, like, people be smartasses. They're jealous. I hate when people are jealous of other people. How long are you going to keep that car? Every 6 months, you get a different car. What, we got a problem? Sorry, you can't get a car every 6 months. See, I've been on both sides of the fence. I've had money. Money. Only child, spoiled. I could buy it and do anything I ever wanted to do. But I am not any different than I was then. I am poor as a church mouse now. I am the same person inside and out. I am a survivor. I told my husband before, I'm a fucking survivor, excuse my language. I'm gonna swim and I'm gonna make it to the shore. I am tough as nails. I've had everything given to me, been a very hard worker my whole life. Like, my dad didn't have a boy, I'm an only child. I did everything. Dig up trees, plant, do stuff, work like a man around the house, right? Because I was always trying to save my dad. My dad had heart problems from heavy drinking and shit. And I would do everything and beat him to it just so he wouldn't have to do no yard work and shit when I was in my teens. I would beat him to everything. I would wait till he went to work and I got everything done We come home and everything was just too immaculate. Every bush, every shrubbery we had shrubs all around our big. I had one of those big Hendon pools, them big square above ground pools. I would make sure everything was just the way he would do it, immaculate. And that's the one thing that I regret to this day. I was so worried because all my life I try to always just make things right the way my dad would want them, right? And when my dad was sickly and older and actively dying, I was worried about keeping his house pristine and everything else. And I should have just spent more time with him. But, you know, you kick yourself for certain things in life. Don't be hard on yourself, because when you look at things, everything you do isn't going to be right. And you just do the best you can do. And lead with your heart and trust in God. I got a picture when my dad was actively dying in my parents' house that I took with me, and I hope to God it never gets separated from me. It's a picture of Jesus, and as my dad was actively dying, I held his hand and I kept looking in that picture, and I kept talking to God, and I'm like, you know, God, I'm not no good person, but I love my dad. Please make sure he goes with you in heaven. My dad was so worried. I would tell him stories. He was so worried of going to the wrong door of God, and he goes, it worries me because they say there's such a small so many people don't get in heaven. It's just not even a camel could get through or something. I forget the saying. And I go, that's not my God. And I truly believe in my heart of hearts, guys, I truly believe even the most people that do the most good still have fuck-ups and faults, right? That I believe the one thing that is the most important to God is love and grace. I truly believe that. I believe that love and compassion and grace, people do me wrong 50,000 times. And I keep trying to always turn the other cheek, because I realize I do wrong 50,000 times, and God turns his other cheek for me, and he accepts me, right? And we're all good enough to be loved by God. Every damn last one of us, except killers. But I believe in my heart of hearts, it's getting hot as hell in this car. I'm going to shut the thing off. That we're all good enough and we all belong to God. And a lot of people, though, have hate in their hearts. And that's what bothers me, because they have got hurt in life. They have been stepped on in life, so they treat other people shitty because they've had a shitty experience. And that isn't fair. That's not fair, and that's not right. You shouldn't do that. And I just think, though, now getting back to what this video is about, again, the other one was short earlier. It's like, why can't America figure a better way to get people off the streets and to feed people? Like, we have really become this? We have really become this. I mean, you look at social media. Look at Washington and all these states, and people are on the streets. They got nowhere to go. Come on. That's not America, guys. It shouldn't be like that. All of us people, there's got to be a better way, or we need to rewrite our government somehow, or add something into it, or we need to get on our lawmakers' asses and say, look, that's fine, we're helping other countries and Ukraine and all that. Okay, but what about the people here? There needs to be something done. There's got to be a way. Don't tell me this. I guess this is what I'm going to say in a nutshell. Don't tell me we can send a fucking man on the moon, but we can't stop homelessness, a living wage, and people from being hungry in America. Don't tell me that. There's got to be a way. And I know people, we don't all have the answers, but collectively, why can't our lawmakers have an answer? Why can't we hold them accountable? We need to do something to hold them accountable and make them start using their brain and not come up with an answer 10 years down the road. This is something that needs to be addressed and fixed now or in the next year, tops. Simple as that. They can figure out everything else. This is something that needs to be fixed. That's all I gotta say. Lisa sharing life stories with you. I can't like you, love on you, know you, talk to you. I want to hear people's good days, bad days, or if you just want to vent. Everybody around you is getting on your effing nerves in your house or wherever you are, and you want to talk to somebody, come to me. I'm here for you. I love you guys. I respect you. And I have 385 YouTubers. And a big help to that was Super Amy from Frickin' Frugal. Bow down to the master. But I want to have 1 million people, because I know with 1 million people, maybe we could get something like this done amongst ourselves. I could have, millions of people, going to the White House and trying to make things better for us fellow Americans. That's what it's all about. It's love, compassion, and rightness. It's what it's about. Lisa sharing life stories with you. Like and subscribe. And remember, we're all in this shit together. God bless you all. Have a great day, guys. Bye.